So how is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Wings of Being. And this time we have a no escape at all. When I say no escape, it means that we have to beat bosses here. Now, the good thing is that we can choose, right? We have two bosses that we have to beat. One of them is the one that is right below me, which is a pair of orc sisters or something like that, which seems quite hard, but you know, not as hard as the other one. The other one is basically Myogi Part 2. Myogi was the first boss of the game, but this version of Myogi has some pretty, you know, interesting bullshit. So obviously this is one of those scenarios where it's kind of like pick your poison, right? But I feel like I'm gonna pick this one first, cause this one, it's gonna be hard, yes, I get it, but I don't think it's gonna be harder than Myogi. So I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see if it's a mistake or not. Although, you know, just judging by the first minutes, it's probably gonna look like a mistake. Because, you know, it's obviously a hard fight, right? But, you know, compared to how it could be, I think it's not that bad. The problem is that I have to figure out that pattern. That pattern with the dogs. Basically, this boss, as you can see, there are two orcs, and the two of them, you can actually choose whichever you want to fight first. If you fall to the left, you fight the one that uses an axe, and if you fall to the right, you fight with the other one, right? Problem is that there's one, which is this one, right, that has an assist that throws dogs at you. I still have not figured out how to deal with these little shits. Maybe I'm supposed to avoid them instead of trying to beat them. But if I do that, that's gonna be way worse. That's gonna be worse if I try to dodge them. Oh, I fucked that up. See, that part, I guess, or you could say, fighting the one with the ads and having the assist of that weapon that I don't remember the name of, that's not that bad. Because here it's pretty much a matter of dodging the axes and, you know, some of the other shit the other one throws, but for the most part you have to, you know, you don't have to pay that much attention. But here with these dogs, it's a whole different story. Really don't know how to do this. Like, it feels way harder. So I'm not exactly sure what's the plan, which is the reason why I feel like I should fall to the right, just so I practice this section, right? Wait, did the dogs just die by themselves? They did, right? Wait, I think the dogs just fall. Oh, damn it. No, that's the wrong side. Just fell to the ground. Is that possible? Because that's what it looked like it happened. But it seems like they... Okay, so they can actually fall. But it seems like you have to bait them in a pretty specific way. It's not about speed. I think it's a specific... pretty specific movement in order for them to die. But I think it's more like a bug than anything, right? It doesn't seem to be intentional that you will kill the dogs. Or at least that's what I'm getting. I don't feel like it should be intentional. I mean, otherwise it feels pretty gimmicky, right, to kill the dogs. I think you just have to kill them the usual way. It's just that it's such a pain in the ass. Because, I mean, trying to dodge some projectiles aside of the main bosses is something, but trying to dodge more enemies is like, it's like no, like stop. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I should do for this pattern, but what I do know is that it's gonna be a pain. But then again, you have to pick the, you know, the one that is the least of a pain, right? Because if I went with Myogi, this will be way worse. Like, it will be something outstandingly worse. So, all in all, this one is not that bad. Although obviously I say that because I haven't really fight it for too long. I'm probably gonna regret saying that, but you never know. The good thing is that my melee damage is really good with this weapon. In fact, if I use the normal one, which is this one, this will be, yeah, so much worse, right? Because all the damage that you deal here... Well, actually, is it that much worse? Let me test that. Let's try that again. Like, let's say I choose focus on hitting the boss. Oh, it's okay, this one is definitely better. Although it seems that a single hit of this deals less damage than a full hit of the other one, I think. I wish I could test it if it wasn't for these goddamn dogs. Okay, let's test it on this one. Okay, no, it's the same one. There are 4 points of damage. Alright, I got you. Good to know. But I should start with the other one, because I really don't know what I should do to the dogs. But yeah, it's pretty clear that the damage that you can deal here is amazing. Oh wow, you can also get killed by that. Damn. She jumped back and that jump back killed me. Interesting. Pretty interesting mechanic. And I don't think... Yeah, it's probably impossible to kill her before the other pattern starts, right? Like, yeah, that would probably be close to impossible. I mean, you will need to constantly be hitting her. And even then... Well, you can deal half... well, actually you can damage her a lot. You know, even if you can damage her a lot, it doesn't really matter that much. If you're gonna end up, you know, dying to this pattern. So I have to learn the dogs here. The dogs are the problem. So I have to think about something that will help me deal with these little shits. As you can see, the dogs have to be dealt with in a special way, right? I really wonder what's the intended way to kill the dogs. Because so far I can't figure it out. I guess jumping and hitting below you, no, that doesn't work that much. That's gonna be a hard one. Oh, that worked. So it seems that there are some specific movements that you can do that will make the dogs fall. Oh, I didn't know that. They can respawn the dogs even when there are dogs on the screen. So you need to get rid of them. I thought that you could at least dodge them and they will not appear again, but yeah, that's pretty much not the case at all. Pretty fucked up as well. Okay. I will really need some advice on these dogs here, cause see, like right there they die, but I feel like they die because I got hit. So they don't know exactly where I am. See? Like, it seems like they die only when I get hit. Maybe because my hitbox is not active when I get hit or something. I don't really get it though. It's a shame because it seems that the other pattern of, you know, the other orc is not that hard, right? Well, I mean it is. You still probably can get damaged a lot, but at least you can beat it. I don't know how to beat this one. See, like, you can bait them that easily. I thought there was gonna be an easy way to bait them, but that's definitely not the case. Maybe they will fall for the flutter? Probably not, right? I don't really expect them to fall. Maybe I need to jump higher? No, I also don't think that's the case. It feels like it's just a matter of me getting hit. When I get hit, it seems like they don't know what to do. But I don't think it has nothing to do with my position. So it feels like no matter what position I try, it just doesn't work unless I get hit like that. But obviously I can't, you know, I can't really afford getting hit every time they spawn, right? So that means that I'm probably supposed to kill them myself. But that feels like pretty big pain to do. I mean, see, you can't even slide when they are in the screen. That's the shittiest part. Because, you know, the ideal way that you would like to dodge the dogs, not the dogs, but like the jump that the orcs do, is by sliding because you are faster. But here, and they don't really give you a break either. Like, they spawn, you kill them, and then they spawn immediately after. That's pretty fucked up if you ask me. Yeah, they seem like they only die when I get hit. Like, they only die by falling off the cliff when I get hit. But I really can't afford hitting behind, like hitting below me like this, because they are not the only shit that I have to pay attention of. Like, I have to pay attention of the orcs attacking, the traps on the ceiling. Okay, I think one of them died without me getting hit there. So maybe there is a way. Though it's definitely not flying above the edge. But there has to be a way. I mean, there has to be a way to make this easier. Because otherwise it's just completely unbalanced. Like, basically, fighting the Ats orc is 10 times easier than fighting the... Is that called Morningstar? I don't remember the name of that thing. Well, I guess I could just call it Maze. I think that specific maze is called Morningstar. Okay, so if I fly really high, they die? Is that how it works? Or am I supposed to trigger a specific spot? Like I fly, yeah, I fly pretty high and they died. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if they are that dumb. I mean, they are dogs, it's not like they get much smarter than that. But... And to top it off, they are undead dogs, so they don't even have the intellect of someone who is alive. Well, at least I assume they are dead. Or at least I hope they are dead. I mean, they have a literal skull as a head. And I say a skull without skin, obviously. So if I jump over this really high, sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. I don't really get how it works. But I feel like trying to kill them myself is a worse idea. Oh, that was interesting. There are two dogs there, I'm pretty sure. It's just that they line up so perfectly that it looks like it's only one. And I think because there were two, she did not respawn them. So maybe I can keep those two alive. But that's gonna be such a pain in the butt though. Oh, they... Alright, they died. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, sometimes they die, sometimes they don't. Like there. They are pretty interesting little shits. You know, there is something that I specifically hate in boss fights. And that's something that did not happen in this game yet until now. Well, I guess unless you count Miyogi on the first phase, but Miyogi as a first boss was a piece of cake regardless of what she did. But like, what I don't like about bosses is them summoning other creatures, right? Like, I feel like the beauty of a boss is that you're like having a one-on-one fight with someone who is supposed to be way stronger than you, right? I feel like that's the beauty of boss fights in video games. Now, if you bring some other shitheads to the fight, it's kinda like... I mean, it obviously is not a 1v1 anymore, but it's also kind of shitty, right? Because it's like, I wanna focus on dodging someone in particular or hitting someone in particular. If these little shits are here running around like they are, it's impossible for me to even consider focusing fully on the orcs. I need to focus on these dumbasses. And the difference in damage is also incredibly high. Like, the red-haired orc, I can kill her. Like, I can deal like 60% of damage just on one phase. This one, just because of the dogs, I can barely even deal 20%, if I can even reach that number, right? No, there doesn't seem to be really any easy way of dodging these dogs. I thought there was, but it just feels extremely buggy. Like sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. It just really feels like it's more about abusing their shitty AI than trying to legitimately come with a good strategy, right? Trying to think, what alternatives do I have? Because the obvious two alternatives is trying to make them fall and killing them manually. Those are the two alternatives that I have. Because it's pretty clear to me that you can just try to play this fight without getting rid of them first. Like if you don't get rid of these dogs, this boss fight is just, unbelievably hard. So you need to get rid of them. The question is how. You either get rid of them or you don't deal any damage. And I don't think... it could work, like just trying to dodge everything. Then, when the red orc comes to play, kill the red orc, and by doing that, they won't spawn anymore. But even trying to ignore them is hard. Like, focusing only on dodging and ignoring killing them, that's... not even that works. That back jump, have to really remember it. That back jump can just kill you pretty easily. Although they sound more like wolves, right? I don't know, wolves and dogs are kinda like the same shit, right? For the most part. The absolute worst is that they have so much health for being two miserable dogs. Hey Mr. Tusk, how is it going? Yes, this time we have two bosses instead of just, one. But if two bosses was not enough, we also have two dogs trying to kill you. Because, two orcs were not enough, so you need two dogs also. I still haven't figured out a viable strategy to kill the dogs. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's getting a little bit hard, because it seems like you can only kill them by, killing them traditionally, right? Like trying to not get hit and hitting them when they are not looking, right? But doing that requires so much work. It's not like it requires so much work normally, but the fact that I have to pay attention to two giant orcs is already a lot more than, you can probably deal with. But yeah, on this stream, this is gonna be basically what I'm going to attempt, and it's gonna take a while. Just wanted to tell you that, because seems doable, hard but doable. Well, I know this one is doable, because there are two orcs here, right? And depending which one attacks you, the patterns are different, right? This one is totally doable. Like, this one is so doable it hurts. The problem is that the other one, where the red-haired one throws dogs at you, that one is just... See, like, that was insanely doable, right? I only got hit twice, but this one, how do I do this one? How the hell do I deal with the dogs? That's the problem right now, which is the reason why I always start with this one, because I want to learn. I want to learn how to even deal with these damn dogs. You know, sometimes they die like that, right? Sometimes they just fall off the ground, but that's not... Like, I can't do that consistently, right? Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't think I should rely on trying to make them fall. So basically I have no clue on what to do at all. I just have no clue. Tim Maish, thanks a lot for the 200 bits. One more time. Damn, really appreciate it. And you also got emotes from that, right? Oh, I got a... Oh. Damn, say it in Spanish, but it's saying thanks for the emote. Wait, do you also see it in Spanish right there? Cause I'm seeing that in Spanish. Damn, that's pretty interesting, right? Like, you just press the button. Yeah. Yeah, basically you have like a button every time someone does that to thank them for that, and the message is automatic. Know what gracias means here? I don't think I got any though, but that's fine. I mean, I got one yesterday, which was this one. I got a fireball. But you know what I really wonder about? Like, I really wonder when the hell my emote is gonna be available. Because Twitch, damn, more? Team Mage, really appreciate it. 200 bits more. And also Yummy is here. How is it going, Yummy? Did you get any now? I don't think I did. Like, I'm not saying this to make you try to give more bits. No, I think it's random. Like, you have a chance of getting an emote, but don't worry about it. You don't have to, you know, give until I receive one. I already received one yesterday, right? That's all that matters, right? But yeah, I really appreciate the bits. Really thankful for those. Tell me what to do. I know. Also, yes, basically that word, gracias, is really one of the most known words in Spanish, indeed. Well, I guess an hola, right? Everyone knows what hola means, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, yeah, those are kind of like the formal words that you learn first, right? Kind of like in every language. It's like the first things that you will learn because they are the most useful. Well, the problem is that this boss fight is being a problem. This boss fight, it really is being a problem right now, and it's probably gonna be a problem for quite some time. But yeah, I'm really gonna ask now because I really don't want to deal with these dogs, or at least try to figure out how to deal with these dogs for too long. So I'm gonna ask you, Yummy, what do I need to do to deal with the dogs? Because that's pretty much the only pattern in the fight so far that I haven't figured out. They have, yeah, I know they have momentum, but the momentum, like, they don't give a shit about the momentum sometimes. Like, I understand that. I try to do that, but it seems like it's too random. Run multiple times. Yeah, but like they suddenly stop their momentum. Like sometimes they fall and sometimes they don't. It's like they can just stop their momentum immediately. Like I don't find a consistent speeding where they just fall. And sometimes they basically come from the other side of the platform, and I also, you know, fly over the platform and it doesn't work. And the problem is that I don't think I really can make them run multiple times across the stage. I don't think I have that luxury. I mean, sometimes it works, I will give you that, but only sometimes. I feel like it's not consistent enough, right? It's not something consistent. Those dogs are dogged. Yeah, I think they kinda are dogs. But yeah, sometimes they come with all the momentum in the world just for them to immediately stop. Like, what? Like, for example here, right? They come running so fast. See, it worked there. But sometimes they just turn around immediately. And I'm trying to figure out which specific way I could bait them, but you know, trying to bait them by itself is pretty costly, because I need to dodge the orcs as well, and I can't just solely focus on the dogs. Like, see this? Like, sometimes they just completely stop their speed. Like, they don't give a shit. See? Like, look at this. Like, if we're talking about momentum, this should definitely work. But they don't, because they don't give a shit about momentum. So I really don't get it. And obviously manually killing them is something that I probably cannot afford. I mean, manually killing them takes so long, and even if it did not take long, it's really risky because they hit you almost every time. Problem is that all of the other patterns don't seem that bad, but the dogs are just trash. See, it almost worked there. Like, they run and they don't give a shit. If you can bait them all the way to the right on throw and then go all the way to the left side, they will run off generally. That's really all the advice I can give. They should take a long ass time to get used to. This fight is dog. Yeah, this fight is dog shit. That's what I can say. Although that's the problem. I don't want to say this fight is dog shit, because it doesn't look that bad. It's just that the dogs ruin it. Like, it's like you're trying to, you know, eat a salad, and all of a sudden someone comes by and throws fries on your salad. It's like, you know, it's not like the salad is bad. is that some asshole decided that it was gonna be a good idea to throw the fries in the salad, right? So I can't criticize the salad here. It's just the fries, the ones that are ruining the whole thing. You know, whatever. Yeah, thanks again, Mage, from me as well. That might not look like it, but that's a pretty big amount. Especially around here. Where, you know. Basically, a fun fact from the country that I'm in. You know, my country has, as a currency, they have a peso, right? Argentinian peso in this case. And basically, 1 peso, or I guess I should say it on reverse, $1 is worth 60 pesos, right? So, even if on a lot of things the prices usually follow, you know, the dollar pricing, it's still, you know, quite a lot. You're rich, I know, right? Let's buy lunch tomorrow. Yeah, what about Subway? Let's all go to Subway. You know, this guy right here, Torqueto, also known as Tusk, for some reason he has a personal vendetta against Subway. Like, it's like Subway, I don't know, maybe a Subway employee shit on your salad. They didn't even throw fries, they just shit on it. They took a huge dump. And maybe that's why he hates Subway so much. I don't know. Maybe he has a trauma, personal trauma, I don't know. A very entertaining streamer to watch. I appreciate the hours of entertainment. Damn, I really appreciate that you appreciate it. That's pretty nice. I mean, after all, one of the best gifts that a streamer can have is the fact that people like their content. Not just a streamer, a content creator. This is something that I also told Yummy about. The best gift that a content creator can have, be it a musician, a YouTuber, you know, how do you say the one that draws stuff? Well, you know, those who draw stuff, all of them, the best gift that they can receive is someone liking what they do. So yeah, I appreciate that. That's really the biggest gift I can get. Also, another really good gift I can get will be defeating these 2 bosses. You know, that's more related with Solgreen. My dad the other day says, "Hey, did you go to Subway?" So I have no dad. Damn. Wow. See, that's the thing. He hates Subway so much that he is capable of murdering his dad just because he mentioned Subway. Like, damn. I don't know what that Subway employee did to you, but I'm truly sorry, because it really was probably a traumatic experience for you to hate Subway this much. You know, that's fine, don't worry about it. At some point where all of our national industry dies, because that's eventually gonna happen, you are gonna have to go to Subway. Like, at some point all of our local restaurants are just gonna die, and the only things that are gonna be up are things like McDonald's, Burger King, you know, Subway, all these international brands. And when that happens, you will need to go to Subway. Unless you wanna get fat and eat every day at McDonald's. Although I heard that McDonald's has healthy food aside from the non-healthy food, right? Like, I think they have salads. I don't know the quality of the salad though. I know they have that stuff, so maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. But you know. McDonald's, it's been a while since I've been there. Salads are shit. Hey, if they are shit, then that's not that bad. As long as they are not shit, right? You know, I used to have an English teacher that really made you learn the difference in how to pronounce shit and how to pronounce shit, right? Because you know, at some point you might say bed sheet, right? Like what you use on your bed, and you don't want to confuse the pronunciation, right? So she really made a huge attempt in making you learn the difference in pronunciation, just so you avoid uncomfortable experiences, right? Hey Deus, how is it going? Yeah, we were talking about the difference between shit and shit. It's a pretty subtle one, but it can save your life. Pretty subtle one. There is also another pretty subtle difference with another pretty popular word. And that word is, well, actually, it's a subtle difference that I don't even know which one it is, right? You know, that place that has sand and the ocean at the other side, like it has sea, you say that, the beach, right? I don't know what's the difference in pronunciation between that word and the other word, right? You know the one I mean. Like, it feels like the pronunciation is almost identical. It's like they did it on purpose. And these dogs. Alright. Damn, and these fucks are still here, wow. And for that attack you should be far from the edge, because otherwise you're gonna get fucked like that. This is an interesting one. Problem is that if I eventually learn how to fight against these dogs, I'm probably gonna forget how to fight against the red-haired orc. Damn. The chambers. Why do you say chambers in plural instead of the chamber? That's also something that I don't remember the reason for, but you know, I guess it makes sense. Chambers, chamber. I think it's kind of like vacation and vacations, right? Like, those are two words that you can say in both ways and both are valid, I think. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, why would you even use one over the other one? Well, I mean, sure, if you're talking about more than one vacation, I guess vacations will be fitting. But what if you're talking about a single one? Saying vacations, as far as I know, is also allowed. And that's not just weird in English, it's just as weird in Spanish as well. You can say it both in plural and singular. I don't know. Sometimes languages are a little bit dumb. When I say sometimes, I mean 90% of the times. You know, eventually... Wow, nice frame drop, holy shit. Wasn't even doing anything, there was nothing going on the screen and the game frame dropped regardless. Nice optimization, by the way. Unless my disc... No, my disc is not doing shit. Alright. I guess I should blame the game then. We generally save vacation for one period of vacation time. Yeah, it's just that, for example, when you get when you get one of those vacations considered, you say, I have. Well, I actually don't know if that's the case in English, but I think it's allowed to say I have vacations, right? I know that usually you say I'm on vacation, singular. But I think saying that, saying on plural also works for when you want to use it in singular, which is weird to say the least. Also, I just realized that I can damage the red-haired orc here. Even though I can go up there, she can actually be damaged. But I don't really know if it's that good of an idea. Probably not, now that I think about it. Probably not a good idea. You can also hit her range. The damage is pretty low. And these dogs... I really don't know what to do about these dogs. I feel like I understand the idea is to use their momentum to make them fall. I understand that. That does not seem to be working at all. Hell dogs? Yeah. Actually, that reminded me that there is a car called Hellcat. I didn't know that. Apparently there is a car, I don't know if it was Porsche or which manufacturer it was, that had a car named Hellcat. Maybe they have a Hell dog somewhere around there as well. I don't know. Will be interesting, and I'm dead also. Yeah, this is what happens. Like when you go to hell, these are the first thing that you find. These dogs. These are right there, greeting you with their lack of momentum. Like they just run at you and they immediately stop right before you, defying the laws of physics without a care in the world, just like they are doing right now. I really don't get it. Can you go up to the same stages on the sides? To the same stages? You mean this? No, you can't. Like, and you also have a barrier there to make sure you don't go there. So no. So, I mean, I tried it because it's obviously an amazing advantage, but no, you can't do it, sadly. Tim, that's bullshit. You should be dead. This damn dog. It is painful. The worst part is that I know that Myogi is even more painful than this. So that's the reason why I'm not complaining that much. I could be complaining even worse than what I am right now. But But the reason why I don't do it is because I know Myogi is way worse than this. Although, the fucked up part, you know, usually in bosses like this, where there are two of them, when you kill one of them, the other one becomes harder, right? That's usually how it goes in every single game with this shitty idea of having two bosses in the same fight, right? The problem is that if it's already this hard without having any power up, can't imagine how fucked up it's gonna be when they actually have a power up. That's gonna be something that I don't wanna find out. And I don't think I'm gonna find out for a long time, because these dogs are just giving me a bad time, for sure. I don't really get it. Like, I'm trying to make momentum-based movements, but they don't seem to be working. I mean, sometimes they work and sometimes they just don't. They work whenever they wanna work. And honestly, with something that is constantly there on the screen, I need to be consistent about it, right? But I'm not being consistent at all. So there, they did not die. In fact, I died. My other idea will be, as I said, focusing on the red-haired one until I kill her. But my damage is so bad that I don't think that's a viable option. Because you almost cannot deal with her, like... I mean, you can hit her melee, but only for a pretty short amount of time. And even if it wasn't a short amount of time, you also are gonna get hit by the other orc. So regardless of what happens, it feels like you need... You know, okay, let me try something. Because let's say I actually survive this. Not like that, but let's say I actually survive this whole thing with the dogs without getting hit, right? So basically not there. No, it seems impossible to even do that. I already tried it before, but I really don't get it. I guess I could try shooting just for the sake of it. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be that useful though. Damn. This seems to be a problem. Maybe I need to watch a video about this, cause I really don't understand. And you know how reluctant I am of watching gameplay videos of games that I'm playing or want to play, right? But I don't really get it. Especially if you're supposed to use momentum, it's not working. Like, I'm trying and it's not working. So maybe I need to watch a video about this, cause I mean, I don't see any logic here that could work in my favor. What an issue, huh? And trying to do that is probably not a good idea. Yeah, it's not a good idea. I tried 3 strategies already. Actually 4. I tried to make them fall off the platform. I tried to kill them myself. I tried to ignore them and just focus on dodging. And I tried to focus on the red-haired orc. None of those strategies seems to be working. So I really don't get it. Seems that maybe killing them myself is the best strat. I mean, it's the one that at least has given me the best results. When I say the best results, I mean the best compared to the rest. I'm not saying that they are necessarily good or anything like that. I wonder if these dogs are exclusive of demon mode. Because if that's the case, that will just fuel my theory of demon mode being trash. But maybe they are on the other difficulties too. I don't know. So see, right there I survive enough. I don't think it really matters that much, right? Because they are immortal too. Are there 2 of them as well, or are there only 1? Because having 2 or having 1, it's a pretty big difference, right? It's a pretty big difference if there are 2 or 1, so... Damn, and that back jump. I'm thinking about something that I've been thinking for a while. That maybe the best option to do this is go left. Try to kill this, like try to take the most damage out of this that I can. And after I do that, try to survive the dogs. And then kill the red-haired orc. Seems like the best strat by far. Because dealing with those dogs, I might have been one. In Mortal I killed them, in Demon I threw them off generally. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, but like, I really can't. Like, if throwing them off again was something that I could consistently do, I will do it, but it's not consistent. I can do it sometimes. After hours of practice. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, I should have slide. That damage could have been better. Oh, and the worst part is that by doing that thing up there with the spikes keeps being there. This might be a problem. So maybe that strat wasn't even the best one, huh? I get hit by the trap. Nice, I like getting hit by the trap. Maybe neutrally jumping my health instead of jumping to a side. And I don't know if that's the case, but it might help. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Damn it. That's so bullshit. The fact that they can hurt you when they jump back. That's pretty horse shit. That's fine. I mean... Yeah, it seems like neutrally jumping works. That's interesting. Neutral jump seems to work better than jumping to the side. You have to move around more to evade those. No, I think that's exactly what I shouldn't do. I think that neutral jump is the one that throws them off the most. Remember jumping, fluttering upwards to throw them off? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, if I neutral jump like this, see? They die like that. I neutral jump. Although, it happens sometimes. It doesn't always happen. But it feels that by doing that I have more luck. Why would that be though? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that someone will throw 2 dogs in a fight like this, but I mean, here we are, right? Of course. It's so fucked up though. It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Although sometimes it's better than never, I guess. You could say it like that. Damn, my damage is so low even after meleeing them. And that's gonna kill. Damn it, should have slide. For second throw, if you bait them all the way right and run left and do jump flutter, it will always throw them off basically. That's the one thing I remember about this fight, just takes a while to get used to. So basically for first throw you choose neutrally jump and flutter, and for second throw you go to the right, then run to the left and flutter. I wonder what should I do for the third one though, because I'm pretty sure she throws them 3 times. Yeah, I think I understand what you try to say, but problem is that sometimes I can't even go left. Like sometimes I'm on the far right, but there is this orc trying to stop me. So damn, they did not die there. Although I do agree with the fact that it takes a while to get used to, that's for sure. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's the worst. When only one of them is alive, it's the worst. Motherfucker. It works for basically all of them in first one. Yeah, but the problem is that it's not something that you can always do. I mean, if I go all the way to the right, it will all depend on if I can get to the left. Because the orc sometimes takes a while to jump. And when that happens, I can't just jump over it. I mean, I guess I can, but I'm probably gonna get hit if I do it. So yeah, that's the strat basically. So yeah, it's pretty inconsistent. Oh, and it didn't work there. What an asshole. Why did it not work? Okay, so I understand that. And sometimes you get hit by some random ass bullshit. Yeah, that's what... I understand what you say. Problem is not getting hit by something else. And then you also have the other phase. Yeah. I still think this is way easier than Myogi though. Feel like Myogi, right? Like Myogi has to be a complete piece of trash, right? At least you can deal unlimited damage on these ones. You can with Myogi though. Myogi basically requires you to only deal damage gradually. Damn, this asshole didn't die. And dodging that might be a problem. Fuck me, I haven't played her new version, but oh, she was garbage. Like, those fireballs didn't even decrease in size, and the fight was RNG fest. Damn. Sounds like a bad time, that's for sure. Well, I guess it's a trade-off, right? You had a harder Myogi fight, and I had a harder the three-headed bullshit fight, right? But you know, both of them are trash, so I guess it makes sense. Why didn't you die, dumbass? Should just add a lava pit at end to fix bug. A lava pit at the end. Oh, you mean the three-headed one? Yeah, that's the best way to fix that bug. Yeah, the instant well, it will be elegant at least. It will be like, yeah, I definitely intended for this to happen, don't worry about it. I'm an actual asshole, not an asshole on accident. If I'm gonna be an asshole, I'm gonna be an intentional asshole. Don't want anyone to think that I did it by accident. Yeah, sounds about right. Damn, it seems that I can actually consistently do it now. That's actually magical. It feels like a magic spell. You don't know if it's gonna work at first, and you don't believe it's gonna work until you practice it, and then you do Expelliarmus and it works. I'm just kidding, fuck Harry Potter. But, you know, I guess I could do the other one first, since now I can consistently kill the dogs, or semi-consistently. I guess this one, which seems to be a little more random considering that spike, those spikes. Well, I mean, I don't know if those are random. Maybe they are not. No, I don't think they are random, actually. They don't look random. They look... oh, damn it. I'm so used to falling here that I actually just fell here. Wow, I just fell. Problem is that I also forgot about this now. I forgot how to do this fight. Wow, did I dodge that? I'm definitely not complaining. Damn, I got trapped. Oh, the problem is that, yeah, depending on how this pattern starts, is either really hard or a piece of cake. But it seems that it can be really hard, because it's not synchronized. Oh, that's gonna hit. Or not. Maybe not. So, fuck these dogs, dude. Yeah, that's the problem. Depending on how that pattern starts, it can be really hard to dodge. Damn it. Now I actually have the dilemma on how to start this. Damn, that actually hit me. Piece of shit. I'm surprised I did not get hit by the trap. And it also seems that the perfect place to start the jump is where this pillar is. Like if you start the jump there, it seems to almost always work. Right? Like look at that. Yeah. Interesting. Problem is that this one is also hard to do if it starts out like this. Damn it. Also, I like how every humanoid boss in this game laughs at you when they win. Son of a bitch. Wow, I dodged that. Interesting. I did not dodge that though. Alright. Oh no, why? I fucked up. Well, can't even say that I fucked up. The truck fucked me up. That's a pretty evil trap right there. Yeah, man, this is a pretty evil dog. No, actually calling them evil will be a gift. They are not evil, they are trash. Okay. It will be a compliment to call them evil. Damn, that hit me? I wonder which one hit me. Because they both have huge ass hitboxes. Could have been either one, right? I guess I can do that. How do I dodge this one though? Yeah, you can't consistently dodge shit without sliding. Damn, and my damage sucked right there. Speaking of sucking, wait, a shield? Oh, what the hell? So once you're done with both of those patterns, they have this bullshit? Damn, I thought that the patterns repeated themselves forever. But they actually have a second phase even when you don't deal any damage. That's bad. That's pretty bad. That's indeed pretty bad. Oh, fuck this trap. Of course this dog did not die. He didn't get the memo that he needed to die. Piece of shit. You know, I already dislike dogs in real life, right? This is not helping. It is definitely not helping. The fact that those little spikes deal 30 points of damage, that's a little bit much. Then they cast shields. They actually cast shields. That's pretty brutal. How am I supposed to dodge that? Come on now. Did I really got hit that much? I thought I had like 2 more hits remaining. I guess not. Well, damn it. Come on. Oh, I guess if you jump high enough you can dodge both of those. Kinda. Maybe I should also double jump for that one instead of just fluttering. No, why did I do that? Okay. I don't know if the double jump helps though. I don't think it does, sadly. Why are you alive? I hate when they jump off the edge and somehow they survive instead of dying like the little shits they are. Oh, I'm dead now. That didn't work that time, huh? Shithead. Oh, that sucks. Look at that. All of that was just for nothing. I got just hit 3 times and I'm already about to die. Oh, I'm dead. That's such a shitty... Oh, they do that. Wow. Don't you think that's a little bit fucked up to do? Damn, they have more tricks. I thought that it was the shield that they brought later on. No, they have more tricks. They don't run out of tricks, huh? That was a bad one. Yeah, that was trash. Although I think I dodged the first one without dying, right? I mean, without getting hit. So that's pretty good. Why do I always die at the end there? Damn, I like how the red-haired orc just keeps laughing but keeps attacking at the same time. That's pretty interesting. She just keeps laughing. Damn, what an asshole. Alright. That's how it's gonna be, huh? Maybe if I stand a little bit more to the left of that pillar, it will have a better... Yeah, maybe it will work better if I do that. At least I hope. Yeah, it seems like it does work better if I do that. Or not. Okay, maybe not. Damn, and they are still here. What a bunch of assholes, dude. It seemed to work on the first ones, but it seems like it stopped working all of a sudden. Damn, that won't work there. And you know, if I already did not like dogs before this fight, I'm definitely gonna hate them after this fight. It's like if you have dogs in a video game, the rule is that they have to be annoying. Like, they just need to be annoying. If they are not annoying, then you are doing them wrong. I just hate dogs so much. You took a long time to jump, bitch. Damn, that hit me as well. And that's gonna hurt. I like how they also laugh when you restart. That's interesting. Oh, these dogs. These dogs are gonna drive me insane. That's just gonna hurt. Well, it hurt a little bit less than I expected. It still hurt though. Could have been worse, I suppose. So now what? That's the question. Now they just jump like this. And they kill me as well. I should probably get rid of that ball up there. But I can't do everything, dude. Like, there are so many things to pay attention to. Oh, I did not flutter there. Oh fuck. What an asshole. I didn't even know. Oh, wow. How do I even dodge that? Can I even dodge that? Because once I dodge one of those, I'm probably gonna get hit by the other one. Wow. Interesting. Well, it's obviously impossible to do that without getting rid of that ball. So I need to focus on that. I have to forget about damaging the orc and actually focus on the ball. Because regardless of the pattern that comes afterwards, it's probably gonna be a huge pain to dodge it if I have to worry about those tiny things, right? See, this is the kind of fight that you can choose save to yourself and not put it in the game, right? That would be amazing if Solgren actually did that. It would be like, you know what? I'm not gonna put this in the game. This is just too much bullshit. No, he did not do that. Now I'm suffering the consequences. That's gonna hit. Of course it's gonna hit. Damn it. Unless it seems that once you kill the first circle with spikes, it doesn't spawn another one. So, you know, that's good. That's one good thing out of everything that's bad, but you know. Nice. Now what? Oh, this shit. Damaging them here though is really hard. Now what? Oh, okay, it just replaced the same thing. That's pretty painful. Okay, so they only have one intermittence that is random, by the way. Hey Balabis, how is it going? You came right in time to see me die, which is not too hard to, you know, come right in time for, because it always happens, but, you know, don't worry about it. Eventually wanna learn this boss and not die. Eluthena, thanks for the raid. Oh, is it going Elu? Yeah, I'm really, you know, seeing all those sub-bats reminds me of the fact that for some reason the emote that I submitted is not here yet. I don't know why Twitch is taking so long to approve it, but I really want you to have at least an emote to use, but Twitch doesn't want to. It's taking a long time for sure. Also, how was the stream, Elu? Nice, I got hit twice by that. Was good. What did you stream? Damn, nice frame drop. Was an amazing frame drop. Was streaming Pokemon Light Toho fan game? Oh, yeah, I know which one. Good stuff. That reminds me that I'm not really that interested in the next Pokemon that's gonna come out, which makes me sad. Cause I really would like to be interested, but I just can't. Oh fuck, that's so unlucky. That was so unlucky. I jumped to kill the ball and that trap insta spawn where I was jumping. What an asshole. I don't know why I'm calling a trap an asshole, since it's an actual thing, but you know, whatever. I got hit by the trap again. Seems that those traps are more annoying than you might think. Again? Come on, dude. I'm gonna get hit by these traps again and again, huh? Gotta go walk the dogs now, have a fun stream. Thanks. Thanks a lot for the raid as well. Really appreciate it. Oh, this asshole dog decided to stay. Yeah, these dogs definitely belong in hell. On the last level of hell. Not just any place in hell. Has to be the worst one. The most one that makes you suffer the most, that's the one they belong to. And these traps also belong there. Sadly, the traps can't suffer. Damn, this dog refuses to die, huh? Holy shit, you just refuse to die, okay. They refuse to die. They just refuse to die. Ain't that beautiful when they refuse to die? Yeah, it's pretty beautiful when they just refuse to die. Also, Balabi, since you're here, how did the thumbnail work? I mistimed that. It didn't work? Damn. Well, damn, that pretty bad to hear that, but I definitely thought that it was gonna work. Well, I guess I underestimated the average YouTube user, maybe. I don't know. I thought that they will definitely call for that, but I guess they did not. And what even is the pattern here? So they just aim at you, but damn, that sucks. Then they just continue. My subs just don't like to watch females. Yeah, but again, it doesn't matter what your subs like. What matters is what new people will like. I mean, if what you really want to do is expand and increase your views, you can't just think of pleasing your subs. You have to think of pleasing new subs. Obviously, if you just are fine with the people that you have, then sure, try to complace them as much as you can. But if you want to get more views, I mean, you have to think outside of your scope, right? Time to switch to Delicious Ryu's ass. That will be interesting. Oh, come on, they released all of the spikes at the end. And look at this bullshit. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Fuck. What am I doing wrong with these damn dogs? And of course one of them survived, why not? So hard to dodge all this horse shit. Oh, this one again. Oh, maybe instead of jumping, I'm supposed to go right, left. Although I have to be a little bit precise to do that. Yeah, I don't think that jumping might be the best idea there. Because, I mean, you can't land fast enough to dodge everything. Damn, that was a good one. I should not have jumped there. I feel like those little projectiles dealing 30 points of damage is a little bit too much, don't you think? I guess I will keep taking the L here, because I really don't know what to do. is gonna be problematic. Oh, you need to slide. If you don't slide, you're pretty much dead there. It's like this fight keeps getting worse and worse. Like, instead of getting a little bit of hope that I can actually do this, it's like getting worse every single time. Wait. I lost my shoes again. There, wait, no, that's not. Where the hell? There you are, piece of trash. Always lose them one way or another. That's gonna suck. Are you kidding me now? Can I get more unlucky than this? No, probably not, right? Probably can get much more unlucky than this. Damn, I dodged that. That was pretty impressive. Alright. Damn, you have to be incredibly calculated to dodge this garbage. That was trash. How the fuck am I supposed to dodge that? Am I supposed to jump instead of sliding? I don't think I can jump over that. You know. That was bad. Yami, can you tell me if on that attack that they use the shield, if I'm supposed to jump or if I'm supposed to slide? Because it doesn't seem that like slide worked that well, in all honesty. Have this shit again. I can jump over it with all those traps. Haven't been paying attention. I mean this attack. This attack with the shields. Like, if I jump, there is those traps that will make sure that I can do that. But if I slide, it seems like I get hit anyway, so what's even the point here? Miss it again. Nice. You don't jump in the segment. But sliding didn't work at all. So I'm not sure if I get it. No, I'm really hating this boss. To the point where, you know, I just want to stop fighting them. Oh, I slide. One day you will get good or not. I mean, again, the only reason why I'm still playing this is because both Amethyst and the three-headed asshole got killed at the time that they should have gotten killed. If they took any longer than that, I probably will be playing something else, so I'm not sure if that one day is true. You know? Like, this game saved itself 2 times already. I don't know if it's gonna save itself a 3rd time. Honestly, I don't really care if it saves itself or not, because I mean, after all, I mean, if I stop playing it, it means that I'm gonna stop getting tortured by all these shitty patterns. Because I can't even say shitty boss fights, because this shit is also in stages as well. Just that in this fortress there wasn't really any checkpoint that was that bullshit. On this shit again, of course. It seems like they jump higher the closer they are to you. So I think I'm supposed to use that, but yeah, I know that I need to manipulate it, but I just don't like it, that's it. I don't like it at all. These are the kind of fights that make me say that I don't like the game, right? These are the kind of shit that, because this is not even something that I can blame on demon mode. It is something that, I mean, you're telling me that it's the same regardless. So yeah, I know it's like that, like standard memorization and shit, but I'm just so tired of it by now. I mean, I already been fighting against 2 bosses for 9 hours each, right? So doing more of that is just like, I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, but come on, dude. The worst part, you know what the worst part is? Is that I know at the other side Myogi is waiting. So it's not like I beat this boss and I'm like, alright, one hard part done, and I can take a little breather before the following hard part, right? No, once you beat this, you're gonna have to deal with Myogi, which was a piece of trash, even more than this boss. This one. Which one starts? Oh. Oh, at least you don't get hit by the first one, so that's good. And you can't even hit them. You don't even have enough time to cash in the damage. They don't even give you time for that. It's like, oh, you missed that? Well, get fucked. God damn it. You know, at least those intermission attacks look doable. The one with the shields, I don't understand it. Oh, fuck. Oh, I don't think I can kill that in time. Oh, I can. Oh, and this shit is here. Yeah, but that's the problem. If I dodge one of them, the other one is gonna smack me. Damn it. That's gonna suck. Maybe I need to... So basically, here is one of them and here is the other one, right? The first one to jump is this one. So I'm probably supposed to stand here. If I stand here, I can dodge them by sliding here and going here. The other one, the one that was at the far right, is gonna jump here so I can dodge it. And then, after that, I can probably stand next to it just so I can dodge the other one and then repeat the process. But the problem of doing that is that there is not enough time between their jumps. Like, it seems like one of them jumps, the other jumps. So you don't even have time to position yourself. That's the problem. Maybe I can slowly move left and make them jump behind me. And even if I'm gonna get hit in the end, maybe I can just stall it for long enough. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea. But yeah, that's the problem. Not only they jump incredibly fast, but also if you make them jump from here to here and you try to dodge it here, like you try to do the slide in this section, you're gonna get hit, because when they reach this part of the screen, they are pretty low, so the slide doesn't dodge that. So even if it's a good idea on paper, I don't think it's a good idea on practice. So that's literally the only attack that I have to figure out. Because even if the other ones can still make me struggle a little bit, at least I understand them, but that one, I really don't know what to do about that one. But, you know, thankfully I understand the rest, so that's something. Obviously there's a huge difference between understanding and being able to beat, right? So yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Nice. Oh, this shield shit again. Oh, they don't even jump the whole way. What a bunch of assholes. Yeah, like they don't even go the whole way. Well, at least they take a lot longer to jump than I thought. Like they don't immediately jump, so they give me time to move. But they don't jump the whole way. They only jump like halfway through. So that means that you can't just dodge from side to side. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I guess it's fine, but I guess I could try. Also, you know what I could also try? I could try increasing the bitrate. Cause I didn't say it, cause I don't want to sound like a broken record, but when I started the stream, there were drop frames because of the internet, right? So I decreased them, and now I'm trying to increase it again to see if it works. Although this game in particular doesn't really need bitrate, because it's all pixelated, right? So it's like it doesn't really need a high bitrate to look good. Imagine if it was 3 ogres. Yeah, I don't think I want to imagine that. Might as well be having a nightmare at that point. Oh, fuck. Nice. Oh, I definitely need to finish that off. Okay. Oh, this thing. This feels like a Tom and Sherry episode. One of those dumb Tom and Sherry episodes that are full of lapstick. Oh, I fucked that up. Well, it should be fine. Yeah, it is fine. Oh, fuck. Yeah, doing that doesn't seem to be necessarily what I would call a good idea. Especially if I do that. Damn. The worst part is that you can't even damage them during that. That's the bad part. So it seems that it's not... Maybe you need to shoot only one ogre, the red hair. I thought about that, but you distract yourself too much if you do that. Like if you try to do that, you're gonna get eaten by the dogs. Cause on that section where the purple hair ogre attacks you, the hardest part of that section are the dogs. So if you focus on the red haired ogre, it's gonna be worse. It's just gonna be worse. So yeah, sadly I don't think that's a viable option. Like, see these dogs right here? These are the hardest part of that section. And it might look easy now, because it seems like they are never hitting me, right? It might look like that, because I'm trying my best to keep them at bay. If I lose, you know, if I stop paying attention to them, something like that might happen, right? Like, they should stay alive like that. And if you keep them, like if you let them live, it's just impossible to do anything. You just need to immediately get rid of them. So that's why I can't focus on the red-haired ogre. Oh, I jumped too high, damn it. Oh, fucker. Oh, this one. This one is just a matter of dodging. Problem is that you really can't cash out or cash in any damage here either. You need to focus on dodging, because if you try to jump and shoot, you're gonna end up getting fucked. You don't want that, obviously. Seems like this section, I mean, the thing that this fight has that I can't really complain about at all is that it doesn't seem to have any RNG, right? I might be wrong about that. No, it actually has RNG. The traps are RNG as far as I know. But I think that's the only RNG thing in the fight, which is great considering how much RNG a lot of the other fights have. Timid. That's such a tight dodge. Oh, this one. Oh, never mind. You remember when I say there was no RNG? This is RNG as well. Like, the attack that you get in the middle of the two attacks is also RNG. And you know what's the problem with this attack in particular? These balls bounce off in a pretty weird place, because they don't bounce off the platform. It seems like they bounce off the screen. So it's pretty hard to react to them, right? Because you don't really know when they are gonna bounce. So I guess this fight is more about, it really is a lot more about the memorization than anything else. Problem is that it has so much bullshit in it that you have to memorize everything and also deal with, you know, some pretty hard patterns as well. Because, you know, maybe memorizing this pattern with the dogs and all that shit might not be that big of a deal, but some patterns like those, the one with the spikes and the one with the shields, those are too much. Also, speaking of RNG, I think that one with the spikes is also RNG. I'm not sure though, it might be. I mean, it will make sense for it to be RNG, because otherwise it will probably be not that hard to memorize. Ah, I got hit. Ouch. Okay, this is my favorite one. Mostly because, I mean, you just move left to right. It also looks pretty funny because it looks so stupid. It's definitely my favorite attack in the fight. Oh, why did that dog? Whatever. You know what? Wanna be a piece of shit? That's fine. I'm gonna ignore you anyways. I say that, but I got pretty lucky that the dog died immediately afterwards. Oh, I didn't jump in time, damn it. Okay, let me see where they bounce. Okay, they bounce off the screen, they don't bounce off the platform. That's interesting to remember. Well, I guess it's pretty obvious why they did that, because if they didn't bounce off the screen and they bounce off the platform, some of them will get stuck in between the two platforms, right? So it makes sense that they bounce off the screen. Although it can get a little bit confusing at first. That's for sure. Nice. Oh, this shit. I should have shown, but I really need to memorize that, especially since I cannot sham that pattern. So I really need to memorize it, which is really gonna be a pain in the ass. You can jump on the chains? No, because those are traps. Those chains that you see going up and down, those are traps, and if you hit them, they damage you and they also paralyze you. So yeah, you can, sadly. Would be great, but no. And of course this shitty dog is gonna cost me the run. Of course. Why did that not work there? Come on. Oh, I forgot about that. Forgot about the back jump. Always forget about that back jump. Well, I mean, sometimes I don't forget about the back jump, but most of the times I do. That's gonna suck. Okay, you're done. Okay, remember that they bounce off the screen, they don't bounce off the platform. Oh, and they hit you at the end. I forgot about that as well. They do a slam at the end, and if you're close, they hit you. Yeah, this fight. It's still amazing. It's still amazing that this fight is not gonna be as hard as Myogi. That's the amazing part. At least, you know, this fight might be trash and everything, but at least in this fight you can constantly damage the bosses, right? If they are next to you, you can damage them. Well, even if they are not next to you, you can damage them as well, but with Myogi, nope, can only damage when the lady feels like getting damaged. So yeah, basically fuck Myogi. And not in the literal sense. I mean, it will be pretty bad in the literal sense, cause I'm pretty sure she looks like a literal kid. I mean, she sounds like a kid, and she also acts like a kid. So that will be inappropriate. Hide from orcs and dogs in trap. Yeah, that's a good idea, right? I mean, at least the traps don't hit you as hard as the orc does. So that might not be that bad of an idea, right? Dude, these dogs. You know, you can give me orcs anytime you want, but these dogs should belong in hell. And even if we're technically in something pretty similar to hell, they belong to a worse hell than this. Am I jumping too early or what? Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, that's definitely RNG. But it sucks, because when you're dodging something, if they spawn a trap, not a trap, like a spike ball right next to you, you're dead. Well, not technically dead, you're just hit, but it depends on how much health you have when you arrive there. Oh fuck, almost fucked up. Damn it, that's bad. Damn, that shit refuses to die, huh? And sometimes they jump too far, but I don't really care that much. And that trap is pretty low. Damn it. You know, it's pretty interesting how some of these bosses work, right? Remember Amethyst? Because I definitely remember her pretty well. Well, the thing about Amethyst is that it was an annoying boss and all of that. The thing about Amethyst is that, you know, it really made you wanna retry her, right? Like every time you die, it made you wanna try again. Maybe except in the end. In the end, it was a little bit annoying to even do that, but at first, like, when you got killed, you were like, okay, I wanna try that again. with these two shitheads, I just want to stop. Has the reverse effect. And it's probably like they are both just as hard, but it's in the way they are done that varies a lot. Damn, some of these are incredibly hard to dodge. Doesn't help that my hitbox is huge. Definitely does not. This dog just doesn't wanna die, huh? No, they don't wanna die. They are gonna be annoying little shits. Of course they are gonna be annoying little shits. Hey, let me try to increase the bitrate a little bit more. Let's see if we can get it back to 4000. Because 4000 is, you know, the usual, the bitrate that normally works. So let's see if we can just trim in 4000. Hope I can. But you know, it's not like it makes that much of a difference anyways, since the game being this pixelated by default doesn't require a high bitrate at all. Okay, I'm really wondering how the fuck to do the last wave of dogs, because that's not the first time that it failed me. It's definitely not the first time that failed me. What does it change on the first wave? Oh, I mean on the third wave. I really don't get what I'm doing different, dude. It seems like a millisecond of difference with my movement can just make the wolves like not die, right? I feel like I'm always doing the same thing, but the wolves react differently every time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not misdirecting them that much to the left. Maybe. I mean, it could be. No, that's not true. I misdirect that one a lot. It did not work either. See? What the fuck, dude? It's like you really get surprised every time. It's like you find something new to complain about. It's like I always get material to complain. Infinite content, huh? That's what infinite content means. That's what infinite content means, huh? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong sometimes with the dogs. Like, sometimes I really feel like I should be completely obliterating them. And sometimes they don't feel like getting obliterated like the little shits they are. And they don't. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing different. Like, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it's funny because this is one of those things that it feels like it's better when you don't overthink. Like, it feels like when you start overthinking this whole dog bait, they get harder instead of easier. Maybe it's just because they are trash. So obviously they are bound to be inconsistent. Because trash is inconsistent, right? You never know what you're gonna find in the dumpster. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, this is basically draining my energy. Okay, maybe doing it more to the middle. Maybe I went too much to the left on my previous attempts. And that's what I shouldn't have done. Yeah, seems like an understandable reason. Although sometimes it's not even that easy. Oh, this shit again. Wait, they do jump a long way. I'm getting shibated here. Seems like I am. Really feels like I am. Alright. I'm sorry, but I don't really feel like tryharding this today. I mean, more than I already have, because I've been tryharding this shit for 2 hours and a half. So I guess I'm just gonna stop for today. It doesn't help that I'm also a little bit tired, so I think it's better to leave all this bullshit for tomorrow, right? So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know that I'm basically stopping half an hour before I usually do, but yeah, I think I don't really feel like tryharding this for other half an hour, so I'm just gonna stop for now, right? I think it's better to do it this way, like take on these challenges a little bit slower, you know, not really try to drain all my energy in one session. So, you know, let's just take it easy, right? And try to leave this for tomorrow, which hopefully I will be more rested by then. In any case, I want to thank everyone a lot for watching, and again, Mage, thanks a lot for the bits, which there were 900 in total from, you know, yesterday to today. That's a lot, so I'm really glad for that. Really appreciate it. So take care everyone and have a good one.